Have you had something in the vending machine troubles in the past couple of weeks? Well, we have reporter TJ Gurney here to share some details on what's really going on with Candelaria's vending machines.
Right on. Thank you, Maya. Hey guys, my name is TJ Gurney. Bears, if you're like me, you love a good snack in between classes, especially on a stressful day. But if you've been in Candelaria recently, you might have to skip snack time.
Okay, Bears, stop me if you've heard this one before. You finish up your class, and it's a long, excruciating period. You leave, and then you try and go to the trusty vending machine at the end of the hallway. You go over there, you put in your hard-earned money, make your careful selection of your snack, only to find, after waiting patiently for it to dispense, snack time is canceled. Well, if you've been in Candelaria Hall in the last few weeks, this is probably not a surprise to you. But is this an exclusive problem in Candelaria? Or is this all across campus? Well, come with me to find out.
Whereas dining halls such as Toby Kendall and Holmes are nice for a sit-down experience, not everyone has the time in a busy college life. And that's where you have the lifesavers, the vending machines placed conveniently in almost every building. Meant to be a quick snack to grab while in a hurry, many students rely on these machines for that little midday boost. Opposed to other options like Munchie Mart or meal plans, vending machines are much more affordable. However, not every machine is created equal. Candelaria's machines on the east side have been a maintenance nightmare over the past few weeks. From the drink machine pretending to grab a bottle only to dispense nothing, to the infamous jammed door on the snack machine, this pair has been anything but convenient.
Issues I've had have been trying to get it to take my payment, not even selecting or grabbing my snack, or the dispenser doesn't work, and after the food I paid for is down there ready to grab, I can't get it.
For the humanities students who don't want to foot the additional $2,478 for the lower tier meal plan, not having a vending machine is quite the slap in the face. Students have the option to report problems with the machines via the QR codes on the front. Upon scan, you're redirected to It's in Reach's support request form. It is here that students can submit formal complaints about the machines and request that maintenance take place. But scrolling down a little, we can see that refunds, one of the biggest issues with students, can take up to 3 to 5 days to process. And with so much maintenance already happening with the machines, it leaves students wondering how much of an impact their voices really make.
It's really hard to access food on this side of campus when the commons are like across the street and a little bit further to get good food.
So while the vending machines seem like a small part of college campus, when they are out of order, their missing presence is absolutely felt. TJ Gurney, Bear News.
Another round of the No Canes protest took place Saturday. Bear News reporter Graham Taskerud and TJ Gurney went to check out the action.
Thanks, Graham. I'm down here just outside of Lincoln Park, down in downtown Greeley, where you can see behind me that the march has just gotten started, but the festivities have been going long before this. And that's just one example of the chants filling the air on this crisp Saturday morning. Dozens of people gathered together to practice their freedoms. And just as important as the individuals are the speakers who rally everyone together and remind them that this effort is far from a solo task.
It is, yeah. It's really, really awesome to see. It's really, really awesome to see the crowds, the lines of people in the marches, all the signs. It's really, really fun.
To say lines of people is an understatement. Sidewalks swelled with protesters as they surrounded the Lincoln Park area and took to the streets. And beyond the park was checkpoints, complete with snacks and even flowers to motivate people to keep on moving. Homemade signs, chants, and music filled the air. But these sounds are much more intentional than you might think.
There's a lot of data that shows that singing in groups does a tremendous amount for mental health. It's one of the reasons that music has been core to American politics really since at least the 1950s and 1960s. And then, you know, sort of lyrics and art are always kind of some of the ways that we express ourselves, and so that's pretty fun too.
And in a time where division is more prominent than ever, protests like these serve as a reminder that a community is much stronger in numbers. And there was even an open mic that attendees could sign up for, encouraging people to share their thoughts and connect with those around them. On the outside, it's easy to pass this off as another weekend protest, but the impact is much greater for the community at large.
It's really individuals just showing up. I've got skills, you've got skills, we bring them together and make it happen. Just want to thank the community of Greeley for showing up and showing out.
And with that, the protest is over. People have packed up their tables, put away their signs, and have left the park. But even after they're long gone, the message still remains. This has been TJ Gurney with Bear News reporting from Greeley.
Nowadays, I listen to Spotify in my car all the time, but sometimes it's fun to kick it old school. Over the weekend, Bear reporter TJ Gurney and Rowan Nicodemus took a spin at the record stores.
All right, thank you guys. Well, I'm down here in sunny Fort Collins. It is a beautiful day over here. I tried to get here a little bit early because last year I got here about on time and the line was way too long, so hopefully I got enough clearance now. Let's head over there and check it out. But even a couple hours early isn't enough to get you a front row seat at All Sales Vinyl. Just a day prior, the streets were dead quiet with the cold. But now, the line wraps around the block.
Last April, our record store day line, before we opened, went down the street and around the block and almost curled around the next block. We had people show up before the sun was down the day before, which is wild.
And the story seems to be the same for this year, as people gathered as early as 8 p.m. the night prior to camp out. All of this to, hopefully, get a chance to snag the new releases from their favorite artists.
So Record Store Day is sort of an international celebration of vinyl records and those that engage with the collector's hobby. A lot of people north of Denver come here first, and then we get people from Wyoming coming down. And it's really interesting, actually, as the day goes on, you see these waves of people.
And Sean wasn't joking. Passionate music fans were allowed in as groups to accommodate the small size of the store. In the back section was where the action was at. Exclusive Record Store Day releases for the real fans out there. And near the front, Record Store Day general releases. More accessible records to buy while still giving that special experience of the search. And yet, even with the hectic lines and the large groups, first-timers still had good things to say about the experience.
Been a hi-fi and music fan since, since I can remember. It's my first time. Even though I have a collection of about 500 records, my first time Record Store Day, kind of fun.
But sometimes the search doesn't end at just one store.
I was down here in Fort Collins looking for the new Ethel Cain album, but unfortunately we got here a little too late and I wasn't able to get my hands on it, but I got my hands on a bunch of other cool records.
Hey, a little friendly competition never hurts though. But at the end of the day, it's a time to appreciate your fellow music fans and go where you know everyone has the same goal.
I mean, it means a lot of things. Access to stuff that you never thought you'd see. Also, it literally is a coming together of community. It is very much a gathering of like nerds and geeks and people passionate about, a hobby.
Well, it was a busy day down here for All Sales Vinyl. It's great to see the community come together. Me, myself, I'm a huge music collector, but I wasn't able to get my hands on anything cool. So, Rowan, hopefully you had better luck over there. Can you hear me?